Namaste children, this is chapter 2 in our revision session, the earth and the changes on it. So children, we have already revised the whole chapter. In the class we have already discussed, and today we are going to revise the exercise of this chapter. So first of all, here tick the correct option. Which one of the following is not a human activity? So the options are diverse land use, cleaning of forest, new human settlement, and formation of mountains. And the question again I am going to repeat. Which one of the following is not a human activity? And the right option is option D, that is formation of mountains. Next is, which one is a continental glacier? Children, continental glacier, the glacier which were found in the continents, and the options are Siachen, Gangotri, Antarctica and Yamunotri. The right option is Antarctica. Then comes the third question, that is, which of the following features are formed by the river? So while learning river, we have learned about the I and V shaped valleys made by the river, and then again we learn about meanders, then again we learn about deltas. Those features are made by the rivers. So let's go through one by one. First option is V shaped valley, meander and delta. The next is U shaped valley, meander and delta. The third one is I shaped valley, cliff and delta. And the fourth one is V shaped valley, meander and sand dunes. So the correct option is option A, V shaped valley, meander and delta. All these features are formed by a river. Next question is, which layer of the soil contains humus? So in the layers of the soil we have learned. So option 1 is bedrock, B is withered rock, C is subsoil and D is topsoil. Here the soil contains humus. Humus is found in the top of the layer. That is the topsoil. That is the top layer where humus is found. Next question is, which soil type is capable to retaining moisture and becomes sticky when wet? And the options are alluvial soil, black soil, red soil and laterite soil. So above these four, the option B, black soil, is the correct because it becomes sticky when wet. Next is fill in the blanks. Organic matter. Number 1, organic matter when gets decomposed in the soil and converts it into dark colored material is called humus. Number 2, dash soil is found in the large part of our country. So that soil is alluvial soil that is found in a large part of our country. Third one is dash and dash valleys are formed in the youthful stage of a river. And the correct answer is I and V shaped valleys are formed at the youthful stage of the river. Number 4 is a dash is a steep sided rock facing the sea. And the correct answer is a cliff is a steep sided rock facing the sea. Then comes the fifth question, and the fifth question is dash river and dash river forms the largest delta of the world. And the right answer is Ganga river and Brahmaputra river forms the largest delta of the world. Now children, let's discuss about the single term for each of the following statement. So this is very important to learn. Mounds of sand deposited by wind action in desert. So this feature is made by the wind in the desert, that is called sand dunes. Number 2, the process in which a gradual wearing and carrying away of soil particles take place on the earth's surface, that is erosion or denudation. It is a process. This process happens gradually by wearing and carrying away of soil particles from one place to another. That is called erosion and denudation. The third one is the process of laying down of sediments carried by various agents of gradation. That is called deposition. It is the process of laying down of sediments carried by various agents of gradation. That is called deposition. The fourth is a mass of moving ice down the slope. That is called glacier. And the fifth one is removal of the top layer of soil. That you all know. Yes, this is soil erosion. So this is the single term for each of the following statement. Now comes the question answer that we have to discuss. So the first one is specify two difference between internal and external forces. Children, as we discussed that two difference between internal and external forces. So the forces that take place inside the earth's surface is called internal forces, and on the other hand external forces take place on the earth. So this is the difference. This is the first difference. Second difference, you can say that internal forces take place inside the earth, so they cannot be easily visible. So it happens inside the earth, so it is not possible to visualize these forces. Opposite to it, the external forces bring changes on the earth, means above the earth, that can be easily visualized. Now the second question is name the various agents of gradation. So the gradation we have learned A gradation and degradation, and in which there are agents who participates in the process of gradation. Those agents are running water, wind, glacier, rainfall, etc. Then comes the third question. Distinguish between transported soil and residual soil. Transported soil means the soil particles is deposited from here to there, means transported from one place to another place by the help of the agents of gradation. On the other hand, sometimes when the parent rock leaves its particle, it should be there and not be transported. That is called residual soil. Let's revise one more time about the transported and the residual soil. So here let me read it. As mentioned earlier, the withering process breaks the rocks into smaller particles. These are then carried away by water, wind, etc. and later get deposited at a new place. This soil is called transported soil. And let's know about residual soil. When the soil is formed by withering of a parent rock and remains present on the same site, that is called residual soil. Means the main difference is residual soil cannot be transported from one place to another, but it remains present on the same site near its parent rock, and it is called residual soil. So the next question, let's revise. That is, how is delta formed? Children, all of us know that this delta is formed at the last stage of a river. Now let's explain about this delta. Before meeting the sea, the river becomes large and sluggish and gets divided into several distributaries. Here, before meeting the huge water body, means before meeting the sea, The river becomes large and sluggish and gets divided into several distributaries. The river thus deposits silt, sand and sediments over a large area near its mouth. This large deposition helps in the formation of delta. Here the picture of delta is given. Now let's discuss on the next question. The next question is, why is humus formed more rapidly in humid areas? Because of plenty of living organisms are found there. That's why. Let me go through the book about humus. Here it has been written that here this is rapidly formed in humid areas due to heavy growth of plants and rich animal life. That is why it is rapidly formed in humid areas, because of heavy growth of plants and rich animal life. So this is the D part of this chapter. So long answer question has been already discussed in the PDF also. I have sent it, and in the class also. But here in the first question, explain withering, you have to explain withering and mention its factors and the rate of withering and soil erosion. So these are the questions, children. Explain the formation of soil with the help of a labeled diagram. This has been also discussed. Soil types: black soil, red soil, laterite soil, alluvial soil. All the types of the soil you have to explain. Now journey of river, it has been explained up to delta. Then why is conservation of soil important? Suggest 3 different ways of soil conservation. So let's revise it one more time, children. First of all, let's know about soil erosion. Removal of the top layer of the soil is called soil erosion. We must understand that the soil erosion is a serious problem affecting land all over the world. In certain areas, the soil erosion has become menace which cause decline in the crop yield. This is happening due to wrong human practices like cutting of trees, overgrazing by animals, beside many other reasons also. So soil erosion needs to be checked through appropriate measures of soil conservation, such as soil conservation means protecting the soil from being eroded. That is called soil conservation. And to conserve the soil, the suggestions is to plant the trees and to apply selective agricultural methods like crop rotation and multiple cropping method, etc. Then development and management of pasture land also. We need mass awareness and adoption of these practices at local level. So these are the main suggestions for the soil conservation. So in this chapter we have to revised up to column E. In extra revision, we must learn the do you know of this chapter. So the first question is to define geomorphology. That has been given in do you know. So geomorphology is the science of study of landforms. Geomorphology is the science of study of landforms. Now, what is gradation? Gradation means leveling of land. How many types of gradation are there? It occurs in 2 ways, aggradation and degradation. Let's define aggradation. Aggradation means adding of sediments and raising the level of land. And degradation means breaking and wearing away of sediments and lowering the level of land. So this gradation has been already explained to you in the previous video. This aggradation and degradation is also explained in that video. Now let's revise about one more. Do you know? That is snow line. What do you mean by snow line? The snow line is a line on the high mountains above which the snow never melts. So, what is the snow line? It is a line on the high mountains above which the snow never melts. The next do you know is here. What is wind, or to explain wind? That is, air can neither be seen nor felt, but the swift horizontal movement of air is felt and it is called wind. Air can neither be seen nor felt, but the swift horizontal movement of air is felt and it is said it is called wind. So this is the do you knows of this chapter. Don't forget to learn the keywords. In the keywords, all the words are described: denudation, the wearing away of earth's surface by weathering process, and agents of gradation. Next is distributary. What is distributary? Distributary is the river channel separating from the main river, that is called distributary. That is eye-shaped valley, erosional features with narrow and vertical walls formed by river. It is also called gorge. It is also called gorge. Then comes leaching. It is a process, it is a natural process in which rainy water dissolves minerals from the soil and carry them away. That is called leaching. Next word is meander. That is sweeping curves of a river. This feature is made by river. Tributary means small streams joining the main river. That is called tributary. Now comes V-shaped valley. V-shaped valley is a feature formed by downward cutting of rocks by a river. It resembles the letter V. That's why it is called V-shaped valley.